TSA expects to screen 30 million people at American airports this holiday season. And you may have heard many of those airports telling the public they're going green and pushing sustainability. But when CBS's David Schechter took a closer look, he found we might not be getting the whole story.
Lifting a plane into the sky that weighs hundreds of thousands of pounds burns a lot of gas. That's one reason why flying is a significant source of carbon dioxide, which causes climate change and warms the planet. But at Dallas-Fort Worth International, the airport is telling travelers about its commitment to harmony between aviation and the environment. And it's the world's largest carbon-neutral airport.
Stylish.
With all the carbon emissions in aviation, how do they pull that off?
It's like an active site here.
This is the real deal, yeah.
Chris McLaughlin is the chief operating officer at DFW. The airport is investing in more efficient facilities, like this $230 million utility plant, almost half paid for with federal grants. It will heat and cool the sprawling terminals using less energy.
We expect to contribute about 80% less carbon into the environment as a result of this facility.
You're pretty excited about this, aren't you?
I am so excited about this.
When it comes to emissions at an airport, how much are coming from the terminals and how much is coming from the airplanes?
So generally speaking, I would say that the number coming from the airport is less than 10%.
According to the FAA, less than 2% come from airport operations, including the terminals. At DFW, they're cutting emissions with the new utility plant, with buses burning cleaner fuels, and by buying 100% renewable energy. But the airplanes parked beside the terminals that take off and land hundreds of times a day, the FAA says they contribute around 98% of an airport's emissions. But to be designated as carbon neutral, airports don't have to count the planes.
And we're doing that consistently with the industry, not just in the US, but globally. That's how airports are looking at the math right now.
Is it misleading a little bit to tell the customer, hey, we're carbon neutral here at the airport, but not include the planes themselves?
Well, we certainly do not intend to mislead anybody, and sustainability isn't a marketing strategy for us. Our goal, our commitment, is to do what we can as stewards of this resource.
Well, welcome to the Springs Farm. You know, I'm a full-time researcher, but I live here on this farm.
Chuck Collins writes about sustainability and aviation at a progressive think tank. He wrote a paper called Greenwashing the Skies. That's the practice of misleading the public about how green a product really is.
I think they're essentially saying, we've got this covered. You're worried about carbon emissions and global warming? Don't worry. You can keep flying. You don't have to change your behavior at all. To me, that's greenwashing.
So what can the aviation industry do about its emissions? Well, at the moment, there are no scalable solutions. Electric planes are too small. And then there's sustainable aviation fuel, like ethanol fuel made from corn that we put in our cars. Sustainable aviation fuel would largely be derived from crops.
So we're just going to push that down like 3 inches in.
It actually smells really good already. I mean, obviously we're planting garlic to grow garlic.
Because Chuck also farms, he knows that growing the crops it would take to produce enough sustainable aviation fuel would require a whole lot of farmland. One estimate concludes the country would need all the land currently used to grow corn in the U.S., plus another 40%.
It's magical thinking. We are not going to scale alternative aviation fuel at the speed of climate change. I mean, they need to be talking about the planes, the activity that is their reason for existing.
Wouldn't it be useful to tell the whole story, not just the airport story, but say, we've got this figured out over here, but this is a really big problem and we don't know how to fix it yet.
We're very open about our strategy. We think it's our job to tell our story, and we'll rely on our partners to tell theirs.
An airport doesn't have control over the kind of fuel an airplane is burning, but it does have control over the messages it shares with the public about the impact of aviation on our climate. I'm David Schechter, CBS News.